You're listening to Rock Our Whim, hosted by me, Danny Faye. There we go. So if you just want to introduce yourselves to everybody.
Hi, my name's Dave Winkler. I am the singer and guitarist of Star Circus.
I'm Sophie and I play bass in Star Circus.
I am Ricky. I play guitar and backing vocals. I sing backing vocals in Star Circus.
Hi, I'm Thomas and I play drums and I do background vocals for Star Circus.
Don't know why I pointed at the square there.
Pardon?
I don't know, I just pointed at everyone's squares when they were going in. Don't know why, just thought it would help.
Is there anybody missing?
No, not anymore. We were at one stage playing as a 5-piece, and then just after the pandemic, really, we just kind of pared it down to a 4-piece. We actually did the first show, our first show back as a 3-piece because we all got COVID and Ricky hadn't quite recovered. And we had people who bought tickets, and it was the first show back, and we didn't want to cancel, so we just did plowed on as a power trio, basically, like Rush or something, but not as
like Rush.
Punk rock Rush, yeah.
So how did this lineup all come together?
Right, so well, the original plan for Star Circus, I was making an album really to get the songs out, and the original plan was kind of to somewhat rotate between people, and then it's kind of worked out that we all sort of it's sort of come together and everyone's really into it, and it just works with the four of us really well. I'd say we'd all sort of met each other on the rock scene, including me and Hayley and me and Sophie. Can we start again? Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Yeah. So we I think the wine's going to my head or something. I don't know. Yeah. So we all sort of met each other in various London clubs and bars. I remember seeing Thomas sing in a rock karaoke event at the Big Red, and chatting to Ricardo. He was in a band with a friend of ours, Alice Rain, who's sadly no longer with us, and we had a few friends in common and got chatting a few years ago, and back then we were all in sort of different bands, and gradually kind of through doing cover versions of things like that, we started working together, and we originally had a different bass player and also a guy playing guitar and keyboards called William, who was kind of going to return with us, but he's become very busy with studio engineering and all that kind of stuff. So we decided to see how it worked with just the four of us and kind of rearrange parts, and that's what's happened. Sophie very much was more part of sort of the visual side of the band, and different aspects when we were when we had a different lineup, and she's played keyboards and piano and violin since growing up, and basically during lockdown we just decided that it would make sense to make Sophie the bass player and for her to kind of learn all the stuff on bass. I don't know if you want to say
anything about it. I think you've covered it really. Yeah.
So you never started as a bass player, that's what they needed, so you did it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, I played the violin before and I was like, well, that's 4 strings, can't be too different. but yeah, I mean, Dave and I were talking about like who we thought he should get in the band as a bass player, and just like a few people came up from his previous bands, but then a lot of them are sort of like settled down now and just like not doing live music so much, and Dave suggested it, and I was like, well, you know, I'll give it a go. Obviously, if I'm rubbish, I'm not going to do it, but might as well have a go. And then, yeah,
It's worked out really well.
So.
I mean, yeah, it's very strange who's kind of back out there after this sort of year and a half of nothing. Certain people have chosen to completely leave the country for a start, especially in London, where there's such an international community of people. We've got friends who've gone back to different parts of the UK as well. Like friend Ben Christo's in Liverpool, just because he said he can get a 2-bed apartment for the price of like a small room in a council house up there compared to London. So yeah, it's just been interesting, kind of seeing who's kind of still tentative about going out and even seeing people, let alone playing shows and continuing his life. And then I'm at the age where a lot of my friends have had the lockdown babies and all that kind of stuff. So they've kind of become full-time dads and mums and stuff like that. So it's it's nice. And there's, on the other hand, there's people who've kind of had a new lease of life who you didn't see for years before lockdown, who are now going out again because they really kind of put onto everyone how much they missed going out and live music. So some people are making more of an effort, I think, now to be a part of the real world again.
Yeah. How did you all cope with lockdown?
I don't know. Someone else want to?
Well, personally, I've never been busier, so I'm kind of I can't complain, to be honest. Always working, so.
Yeah, Ricky edits, does visual editing in for movies and things like that. You've been working a lot.
Work in the movie industry, and it's certainly you don't go out of work for that kind of stuff. So it allowed me, to pretty much stay, stable and do what I wanted, and without too many issues. Yeah.
Cool.
It's just that you don't go out that much
Yeah.
when you work from home.
Well, there's probably even more demand in movies when people aren't physically making things. There's probably even a greater emphasis on visual, or maybe about the same.
Lockdown watching stuff. That's what we did.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I spent the lockdown making the stuff that you watch, basically.
Yeah,
exactly. Making everything for Netflix that we've binge watched every sitcom going, some of them twice. That's what happens, especially in the peak of things. Year and a half ago, when really nothing was happening, and we went down to Bournemouth for a few weeks and just sat and watched a big TV and went for a 1 hour scheduled walk on the beach or surrounding area every day, and it was nice. It was nice, but it was kind of like, how long is this gonna go on for? And when we were told that it was going to be, I didn't believe it for a second when we were told it might only be 3 weeks, and I don't know if anyone did. But, Thomas, how's it been for you?
Lockdown. Yeah, I didn't feel too bad about it. We kept meeting. We created a sort of bubble with Ricardo and Dave, and we actually worked on acoustic stuff. And then the idea was to do one of those streamings where you get like a band doing like lockdown version of what they usually do. So I got cajon that I play as drums because I can't play cajon properly. So I got pedal and playing it like, a kick and snare really. And so it wasn't too bad because we've had the chance to work on that. And then we actually never done like a live streaming of it, but as soon as we were allowed to gig again in June, we played a New Cross as you know, with this acoustic set, and it was good, right? Yeah, we did enjoy meeting, and we did enjoy gig like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So while Sophie was learning the songs on bass, the three of us kind of became Crosby, Stills and Nash, as it were, in
we
in a basement, kind of sitting around with 2 acoustic guitars and a cajon, and just honing in the vocal harmonies and things like that.
Oh yeah.
We did a lot of work, and we also shot the latest video while in lockdown. So actually,
was that still
I was
like,
supposed to say that.
what?
That was April. So you could meet in groups of certain amounts indoors, but the people that made the video had a license to kind of as a work environment. Obviously, you can't film people and expect them to wear face masks for a show. So we put something together, and it was the most like kind of going out and having fun that we'd had since before. It was like being in a nightclub really, when we were filming all the zombie dancing and that kind of stuff. If you see the video, I don't know if you have.
So what was it like getting like back out onto stages and playing live after being cooped up?
It was exciting. It was a little bit daunting for that first show, where there were only 3 of us, and we nearly had to cancel, and then we didn't cancel, and we had a few. Sophie had to learn a load of backing vocal parts. It was her first gig ever playing bass, and I was like, right, now you've got 3 days to learn all the backing vocals as well that Ricky would be singing, and so that was scary. But once we got into it, I think it was a lot of fun. I would say. What about you guys?
Well, it was exciting, and also I think this is probably the best sounding band that I've ever played with. So I'm always happy when we get on stage, because I think we're doing a very good job.
It's definitely been we've definitely been told. I mean, the last gig we did in Leicester, we played with our friends, New Generation Superstars, and AJ from that band. I've known him for nearly 20 years, and he's seen a whole load of bands I played in, and they've gradually got better. And occasionally he's gone, oh yeah, this one's like this one's better than the last one. But this is the first time he's really been like, yeah, this is the one. This is the songs sound like. There's one of the songs that's 20 years old now that we do in the set, and he's like, that's how that was supposed to sound 20 years ago. But and I was like, yeah, no, I agree. But that's the right way to go. It's better than gradually sounding worse.
Well, yeah.
So yeah. But
you've got one last show left of the year. Are you looking forward to it? Is it going to be a massive party?
I think Camden Rocks is always quite a nice crowd anyway. Like, it's because it's like loads of bands all day. It's just usually a really nice atmosphere. So we've played a few of those already. So it should be fun to do another one.
It's always great playing locally and revisiting the places you haven't played for years on the Camden scene. Don't think I've played the Dublin Castle for about 15 years or something insane like that. Like, it's a place I've been to a few times, but yeah, so that'd be nice. Don't know about the other guys. I don't know.
Have you guys played?
I never played there myself, so should be interesting. Tiny.
Yeah, I've never actually been there, so but it'll be nice. It's one of those places I've been meaning to go for ages, so now we just get to go and actually play there, so it should be fun.
You good?
Do you have
I played
venue? Sorry. Go on.
Thomas?
Yeah, I played there before with 2 different bands as a singer, because this is actually the first band I play drums in since I've been in London. I used to play drums in Italy, And then when I moved here, I just decided to stick to be the frontman in bands and sing. But it was like a niche. I want to play drums again. And Dave once was like, "Do you know any drummer?" "Man, I'm a drummer." "No, you're a singer." "I'm a drummer." So yeah, he trusted me, and I was rusty at first, but now I'm kind of confident again. So yeah, no, I played the Dublin Castle, and it's a good venue and good sound on stage, a good sound in general. So yeah, it'd be fun. Looking forward. It's gonna be this Sunday, and we will have fun.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Like you said, it should be fun. It should be. Camden Rock's crowd is pretty good anyway, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can you make it down? Or?
I actually am at a different gig that day down in Kent where I am, so otherwise I would.
Oh, that's okay. There'll be others, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We played Kent. Actually, we played Chatham.
Yeah, you played my that's my ground. That's where I'm from. So.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, it was it's good fun. Very, very, very tiny stage, but great atmosphere.
Nice crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what did you think? Because it was the Poco Loco, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like when you first walk in there, it's titchy.
I'm left-handed, so me and Sophie had to kind of stand at certain angles so the necks of our guitars wouldn't.
Well, luckily, I could still take a step backward,
Yeah.
moving around.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a little bit of space behind us, but none either side, so we were all kind of bunched up.
No, the crowd were lovely, and it was Halloween, so everyone had fun anyway. So it was just nice to be there.
So where am I? When can we expect the album to be released?
That's the $1 million question.
It is.
Everyone's asking. So we have Tony Wilson, whose name you probably is more familiar with Total Rock Radio and Radio 1 Rock Show and stuff like that. He's really when I started the project, it was kind of him that I spoke to first, as much from a promotional point of view as a production point of view. And he's currently mixing the album. We're about a couple of tracks from being done with that, and then it's all dependent on whether we're releasing it independently or through a label. How quickly after that we can get it out, but hopefully.
And mastering and stuff.
Mastering, yeah. We're going to listen back to the mixes, probably completely change them all over again. Hopefully not, but hopefully in the earlier part of next year, we will have something out for you.
Should we say spring?
We will tentatively say yeah, late winter, early spring, but it could be sort of the middle of spring. I'm currently. I've literally been designing the sleeve. Sophie's done some fantastic artwork for it as well. So we've got the team sort of very in-house at the moment. We did the first video ourselves with a lot of help from Ricky down in that corner. And if everyone appears in the same order on this screen, I don't even know. But yeah, and just really working with friends who can do good stuff. So hopefully soon. But all the songs are finished and recorded. It's just.
And they have been for a long time. So.
They have been for about a year, yeah. except for like redoing a few little vocal parts and things like that. But yeah. We have, as you know, we've had three singles out, and those songs will be on the album. There might be a slightly different mix for the album because to kind of make the whole thing gel together. But yeah, we've got most of it done now, nearly there.
Will it just be a digital release, or do you plan on doing it physical copies as well?
We're planning on. I'd like to do everything really. I'd like to have. I think we all would like to have both the digital and a CD, and then eventually a vinyl. Though I've heard from friends at labels that vinyl, there's hardly any vinyl plants in the UK. There's only 2 or 3 places that still do vinyl in the UK. So a lot of bands
backlog on them.
Yeah.
A lot of bands have been releasing the vinyl as a special thing, sort of 6 months later, or 9 months, or a year later, even.
Yeah, pre-orders and stuff for them. So
yeah, so that's something we need to look into, but we can only start the process once the whole album is cohesively done. So we have something to send to them for them to say, yeah, we can make this in 9 months. Unless we go to Europe, but as we know, with the situation with Europe, getting anything done in Europe is getting harder and harder. So
yeah, they don't like us very much.
Yeah.
You know the Italians, Dave. Don't worry. You know some Italians.
Everyone in the band has a European passport except for me. It sucks to be me. It doesn't suck as much as if my band was entirely British, because then mind you, they say we can. I mean, traveling there is fine. It's just a matter of bringing gear over and merchandise and things like that. So I mean, I don't know.
So what does the next year hold?
The next year, hopefully lots and lots of shows. Maybe if we can get on a good tour, that would be great. If we can have fun kind of playing bigger and better shows, support slots with more established bands. Definitely an album. It's definitely going to come out next year. I'm committed to that. Even if I have to like take it round physically in a van and put it in people's hands or in their local shops, if there are any record stores anymore. Don't know how many independent record stores.
Definitely, there's loads of independent record stores. That's what Record Store Day is all about.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there used to be loads in Camden, and I went to sixth form.
There's a few left in Soho.
There are, yeah, but
still left in Camden as well, just like right down by the dock part. They're like really hidden, tiny little stores. They're there.
Yeah.
There's a little one still in the market, I think, as well.
Yes,
but there used to be like metalheads and all this stuff going back to like the 90s and early 2000s, and most of them are now shoe shops or nail bars or something like that. It's just really, it's a shame, but it is how things have, it's opened up the whole digital age for music.
Well, Kent has got loads, so Kent will take it.
We'll have to ship them down. It didn't take us very long to get to Chatham, so we can just all go down and throw a load of records at people or something and see what happens, see if any of them catch them. So there's that. Hopefully more videos. They've been brilliant, just like in a movie, blew us away with how many people just come up to us, and people who I sort of know from around to say hi, and they'll come up to me and go, "Oh, I saw your video, it's amazing." And it's like, I didn't even think, I thought everyone kind of watches the first 10 seconds and then, doesn't really watch much anymore. But yeah, we've had a really fantastic response to
I
the video.
looked on YouTube before I started this, and it's like 72k views or something like that.
I don't think it's that many, but let's say it is for the podcast.
I feel
and then
like it's like 25 or
something. I think it's 27 or 28.
Hang on, let me have a look.
Oh
no, I think it's 27. There you go.
You got the numbers the other way around.
I got it the wrong way around. I'm dyslexic, so my bad.
That's all right.
We've got another single sort of in the pipeline, and this one, rather than being like a really theatrical music video, it's just going to be live music footage, just to sort of celebrate coming back and being able to play shows. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that comes together, but it's not quite ready yet. So
it's going to be a collective kind of of stuff that we've done really since we've been back. Hopefully, if it all looks all right, and just kind of nice to celebrate live music without being too obvious about it, with like, let's write a song about being back on stage. Right?
Okay, so I just Zoom is telling me we're running out of time because I refuse to pay for the upgrade.
Okay.
So I have one final question, and I hope it doesn't stump you like it does some people. But if you could rock out with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
No. Can we just? I know that's not. But today's 30 years that the legend Freddie Mercury died. So I just wanted to pay some respect. And, Jesus Christ, we would like to, sing, write a song and have a duet with the absolute legend Freddie Mercury.
Absolutely.
Dave loves Queen too. So yeah, since today is the anniversary, I don't know how you say. I want to say that.
Awesome.
I think
Eddie Van Halen.
Okay, Van Halen.
Cool. I think I do think Queen is one of the just to follow on from Thomas, one of the things that bonds what we do together and the kind of the spectrum of what we like. We always say we did a Van Halen cover to in the acoustic set actually, which was like a little tribute as well. In terms of and in terms of anyone else, I think I don't know, Sophie, do you want to go first?
Oh no, I'm still thinking.
I'm still
My
thinking.
music taste is just like so varied, from like prog rock to goth, so it's quite hard to narrow it down to one person, really.
I think for sure, like dead people. It's been sad. There's been so many people recently. So many legends have passed away. But then that's what's happening with rock music. Like, people are getting of that age that, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. I think Tom Petty for me would be one guy, just because I saw him for the first time 3 months before it happened, and I nearly went to see U2 that night, and then the guy who was supposed to give me a free ticket said he didn't have 2 free tickets, he only had 1. Literally 2-3 days before, and then basically my cousin's husband is involved in the Hyde Park, what's it called? British Summertime, that's the one. And he was like, hey, I've got some tickets for Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks, and I'm like, whoa, that'd be really cool. And not knowing that would be the last time he'd come over to the UK, so that was pretty special for me, and pretty quite a big deal when he died. Basically, I'm nervous for some reason. I don't know why. I don't even get nervous on stage anymore. Like, as soon as I started saying weird things, and like, it's the first time I've ever called Sophie by the wrong name in our entire relationship, and I was like, it's going to happen at some point, but I didn't think it would happen live on camera. So there we go. So that's who I'm going to go with.
Okay, Sophie.
Oh, no, you have stumped me. It's too hard to think. I don't know. Like, I guess as a bass player, like, one of my favorite guitarists is probably Richie Sambora, and he's still going, and I really admire like his solo work as well as the Bon Jovi stuff. So yeah, maybe him.
Yeah, see, that wasn't that hard.
I don't know, just one of the many,
Yeah, cool. It's
good.
good.
A very long list.
Someone picked a living person as well. So.
Okay, brilliant. Is there anything else any of you wanted to mention?
I hope everybody's still playing out there, not giving up, keep going.